You hear a lot of stories about people saying, yeah, that DJ is such a crowd reader. Everyone wants something different. You cannot please everyone. So I don't really believe in the idea of crowd reading, but you can read the circumstances. Yeah, it's a difficult question because I'm just playing what I like to play. I'm not sure if that's fresh. When I started, it wasn't. Then it became fresh. So what I'm trying to do is just stick to my guns, and I'm still digging for new stuff from the past most of the time. There's still so much stuff that I don't know or that hasn't been played for so long, so I just try to keep looking for what fits the current time. The sound changes anyway, so I remember 8 years ago I was playing in Berghain, and there was one part of my set where I was playing 140 BPM, and at that time for me that was almost unheard of. A crowd wouldn't really dig this kind of tempo, and there it was possible, and now 140 is almost slow, you know? So as the sound changes, I think there's always different music that you can rely on, you know? So now I'm just taking other stuff from the past and other music from nowadays than I would have done 8 years ago. In a couple of years, or maybe even sooner, the tempo will go down again, and then there's still all this music to pick from, you know? So it's just a matter of what speaks to me in the moment. It's not intentionally that I try to surprise the crowd, but what I hear is that I'm known for taking like a weird route every now and then in my sets, and that's mostly because I'm bored with what I was playing earlier. I don't have a really big attention span, so to say, so yeah, I tend to go left and right all the time. So I think that's why I would pick curveball. I envy people like DVS1 that can roll on and build very slowly. For me it's very difficult, not because I cannot play like that, but because I lose interest at some point when I'm playing. When I'm dancing it's different, but when I'm playing, I just try to keep myself entertained. Nowadays around 3 or 4 hours is the sweet spot. I used to really like the longer all night long sets. When I was still partying, I really enjoyed that, because then you are in control of what's happening, especially with the way I play. There's more time to spread out certain styles a bit. When you play 2 hours or 1.5 hours, then you have to do it quickly, you know. And I think 3 or 4 hours now is the sweet spot for me. Well, I was making a lot of music, I think 10 years ago, that didn't fit my Stranger project, but that I felt like was interesting. Over the past 20 years, there's been a lot of music that I made that has never seen the light of day because it was just on my hard drive and I was too insecure to share it. So I thought at some point, why not just upload it so it's out there for people to find? So I started this SoundCloud account, Tafkamp. I came up with this name at work, and we thought the name sounded really cult. So I thought, let's just upload stuff for me to listen to when I'm on my way to work or whatever. And at some point I had this kind of techno track on there that I didn't dare to put out as Stranger, and I started reposting it as Stranger. And I started doing that more often with other uploads, and at some point people started asking me like, hey, do you know who is this Tafkamp guy? Because you're reposting all this music. And then it started to live its own life. And here we are now. Yeah. Well, I didn't really see it as a switch, but it felt really good for me to put out music without people knowing that it was me. I felt I could not really be judged in a way, and that felt really safe. But at some point, it grew out of proportion. So now everyone knows it's me. So it changed a bit, but it made me more secure about what I make. The Stranger project feels a lot more serious, and it feels like this is my main project, and that sometimes I'm a bit scared with which turns to take, so to say, because it feels like if I do something wrong in my main project, then I would lose everything. I know it's not the case, but this is an insecurity that can come up from time to time. So it's nice to have this side project, and I have a lot more alter egos that are not public that I put out music with. There was some time when people were telling me like, yeah, I like you more as Stranger than as Tafkamp, or the other way around. And now I think it's a bit more, it's 50-50. People know now that Stranger is Tafkamp or the other way around. And I adapt my sets to the lineups that I'm playing in and the crowd that I'm playing for. So I could easily play a more serious oriented set as Tafkamp, and I could also easily play a more playful set as Stranger these days. So I think there's not so much of a difference anymore. When the people dance and when they're not distracted with their phones or with too much alcohol or drugs or with hitting on men or women, when the people are really there for the music and the energy is really good, that's when I feel like I really get in the zone. It's rare that it happens, but it happens from time to time, and then yeah, that's magic. And that's the magic that you get addicted to and that you chase, you know? Clubs, 100%. I feel a bit misplaced most of the time in festivals because I feel that what I play is more club oriented. So especially the massive stages like Awakenings, for a long time I felt really misplaced there because yeah, this music, in my opinion, doesn't really fit the masses, you know? The masses need this hype kind of thing, and I don't really adapt to that kind of sound. So yeah, I prefer the clubs. But I'm happy after all this time that I'm still invited to play all these festivals. Ain't nothing like heat from a hot, wet tongue. I like it when she... No, not necessarily. Well, with a festival, it depends also if I'm playing inside, if I'm playing outside. So I always adapt a bit also to that. If it's outside and the sun is out, you play a bit more housey or a bit more groovy. If it's inside, if it's dark and sweaty, you play a bit more dark or a bit more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but intensified, if that's the right way to say it. So yeah, I adapt. It all comes down to the circumstances. What kind of crowd is there? If there's not so much crowd, you don't start and banging it out, you know? So yeah, I adapt to the circumstances. You hear a lot of stories about people saying, yeah, that DJ is such a crowd reader. To be honest, I don't really believe in that because a crowd is a mixture of so many different people. Everyone wants something different. You cannot please everyone. So I don't really believe in the idea of crowd reading, but you can read the circumstances. You can read a bit like, okay, what does a crowd respond to? But you can never please everyone, you know? There's a few of mine that I regularly listen to, or regularly, maybe once every half a year, like my Gabber set for Unpolished, or the last time that I did the Sunday opening in Bread, the 6-hour set. Those are really I really enjoy to listen to. I cannot really listen to all of them because sometimes it sounds good in the moment, but then when I listen back, the energy is not the same as it was. So then I don't really like them, but yeah, people seem to enjoy them, so you leave them online. So yeah, sometimes I listen back. Last week I was listening to this Bread set that I just mentioned, and then I was like, hey, I forgot that I was playing this a lot. Maybe I should put it in my playlist again. And hey, I need to find this record. Yeah, there's a few. Energy Flash from Joey Beltram. Alarms from Jeff Mills. I think I've played them almost every set. Well, I feel that not enough people are playing Energy Flash. Someone has to do it. No, not myself, no. No, because I'm really surprised that this is still happening today, because this is a trick that is 20 years old. I remember 20 years ago this was already happening, people selling fake tickets. It's really easy to sell a ticket that is already been used or whatever, so I never fell for these tricks, but I really like the whole concept of TicketSwap. I think it's good that there's a fair concept like TicketSwap that makes it possible to sell tickets knowing that you're gonna get in for sure. Don't buy on Marktplaats. That's a wrap.
Yes.